Hello, precious souls. Welcome to Infinite Union. I'm Aura, and this is a podcast on twin flames. For more videos, don't forget to subscribe. So, if you are currently waiting for a twin flame reunion, then you've definitely come to the right place. But we most certainly hope that you aren't actually sitting there waiting, watching your telephone, seeing if they've texted you, if they've called you, if they've emailed you, because if you are, you will be most certainly waiting for a really long time. And the reason why I say that is because let's try something right now. We're going to try something on this podcast. So let's imagine that you are with your twin flame and you are spending whatever time that you wish with your twin flame, and not just any time that you desire, pretty much anywhere in the world. So imagine that right now. Imagine that satisfaction that you feel at this very moment right now. So let that sink in for a minute. How do you currently feel in that moment? Let that satisfaction sink in. So if you feel incredible satisfaction from that, you have actually just in fact experienced this scenario consciously, even while you are in your present body, physically, without moving, without really doing anything, but you're right here in the present moment at this point in time. You have also just successfully aligned yourself with what you do wish to experience with your twin. So think about that. Think about that for a minute. All you needed to do was think about or feel what you desire with your twin flame, to become in alignment with that. I mean, if it's that easy, Aura, then what's the problem? How come it's not happening as fast as I want it to? Well, you're trying to get from, little to no communication to all of a sudden they want you. So it's kind of hard to jump from that place to another place. It's kind of hard to do that. But it does take a little bit of time and patience and practice, of course, but you can get there. You most certainly can get there, but it's very hard to get there from that particular spot where you are simply acknowledging them not communicating with you, them ignoring you, or them not even acknowledging the connection or triggering you and saying hurtful things and running and just disappearing and ghosting and all of that. So it's hard to come from that place where you are simply acknowledging all of those things happening with your twin flame, about your twin flame, all of that. It is hard to bounce from the boiling pot out of the boiling pot, right? Because the pot is already steaming and the bubbles are they're really steamy and they're hot and it's hot. It's it makes that noise. So think about that for a moment. You just consciously aligned yourself with that. And that takes a little bit of practice. But it is worth it, and it is most certainly something that you can do almost on the daily. So I do encourage that as well, especially if you are having doubts about your connection or having doubts in general. But I want to remind you that it is not always It isn't about being with your twin flame. And this whole journey is not about being with them. It is not about being in a relationship with them. It is not about marrying them, having their children, having, having the white picket fence and, the White House and, all the abundance in the world. It's not all about that. It really isn't. It's about finding your true, authentic nature. Discovering oneself. Because if you reunited with your twin flame at this point in time, when they weren't ready, but you feel as if you're ready, do you think the connection is going to... do you think the connection, you will stay in the reunion stage? Most likely no. Because divine timing does work here. And it does play a role, and I believe I mentioned this in one of my other videos. But divine timing does play a part in this connection. It really does. Because if one of you is ready and the other one is not ready, then there's no way that it will take place. And if the other is ready and then the other one isn't ready, it's going to be a never-ending cycle. It's going to continue. And you may even have, spurts of separation even further. So, if that happens, separation will happen once again. So think about that. Think about all those things that I had mentioned, and the exercise that we pretty much just did. So something that you can most certainly practice as well. And I'll do some more videos like this. Well, we'll talk about exercises that you can do, possible breathing exercises as well, which I'm going to get into. And I'm going to be doing a video on twin flames and the Kundalini awakening. So keep your eyes peeled for that as well. So I hope that you enjoyed this podcast. Until next time, I'm Aura, and this is Infinite Union.